Okay, so now we will have a demonstration and an example for the interpolation here in Angular. Um, First of all, we must generate a component for the demo for like the tutorial. So if you follow along, type in ng generate component, and the name depends on you, but for me it's gonna be interpolation. Then we just wait for it. And then as you can see, the component is now made and the HTML file is here and the .ts file is also here. First of all, um, before we start editing it, we must add it first, the interpolation component in the app.component.html. So what we're gonna do is we type it there app-interpolation and we run our server ng serve. While we wait for the server to run, it's basically the most easiest way to do before starting to edit your files is you put the component in your app component.html so that it will be displayed on the localhost 4200. Then by accessing the 4200 or the localhost 4200, it will show that the app dash interpolation works. And here, um, we will go to our HTML file, then see if it's the same. It's basically the same. And now we will start in editing our interpolation component. So first of all, in the interpolation component, for example, we will create a variable called name. Yeah, it's like the example earlier. Then we put John, and then we put last name equivalent to Doe. Let's change this to first name so that it's gonna be much more readable. Then we save that. And then in our interpolation component .html, we will create a header tag here. And then it should say hello, um, hello first name and last name. And by doing this, it's basically gonna access the variables in our TypeScript file. So by saving this, we have some excess. Then there we go. Um, by using the interpolation or this braces thing in our keyboard, so by putting double braces on the opening and on the ending, we can basically use interpolation. So what happens here is that in here we declared a variable with a string name and it contains John and Doe. So basically first name contains a string John and last name uh contains string Doe. So the problem now is how do we access this in our TypeScript file in Angular? So you can't just simply put first name here because the output will be first name and last name if you do that. You can basically do that because it's just basically a text inside our HTML file. So in order to access it, we use interpolation, wherein we use double brackets. We use double brackets for it, and then we type in the variable found in our TypeScript file. It's a good thing that the Visual Studio Code tells you that the variable doesn't exist in your TypeScript file. So let's say I'll put name. It's gonna prompt you or tell you that it does not exist in the interpolation component.ts. So basically, you'll go back to your interpolation.component.ts and check if what variables are there. So it's first name and last name. So you put first name here for the first name, and you put last name there for the last name. That's how basically the interpolation works and how passing the data on AngularWorks.